First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Detroit Lions.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing. Here's Ken Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
13 yards on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
Back to Walker on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Walker now on first and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people from on the ground.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Elijah Arroyo, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready? 19 Charger.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
That's taken in by Arroyo. And down inside the 15 he goes. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down.
straight ahead, Walker. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down. First and goal, Seattle.
Like it.
Jet sweep here, Smith-Njigba. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the Lions' 3-yard line.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could have cost them a ball game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete. You talk about this Seahawks defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Lions at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down, and will.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
19.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now back to throw. He's got it to Williams. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf.
Gibbs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7-yard line.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 71 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Gain of 21 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the jump.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
70 Lions.
Back to throw here. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Torrey Horton, 61 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Rutt's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it. And most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why what we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those two.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 38-yard line.
Track him, 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 69 ready. 60 ready.
They're going to look to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. You be.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. There's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker.
Burrow's pass
On the gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Hand off here to Walker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Walker will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Well, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense.
Here's a diving catch right side. That goes for a gain of 31. It's a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Line of scrimmage to 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Eagles. 60.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
First down.
Unlock line.
First
Unlock
and 10
line.
at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
A gift for Walker running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17.
It's 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. The Lions take over 1st and 10. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Its metal frame corrodes.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnover.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. The Lions take over 1st and 10. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Julian Rowe. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. All I can do up here is just shake my head. 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 25-yard line.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
70 Timberwolf.
Running right, here's Walker. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Ball carrier.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Ready?
3rd and 5.
Ready?
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
15 yards. That's another Detroit Lions First down.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down and 4.
Please. 79 Broncos. 18,
He'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Trap 60. 19 tight. Ready.
Now back to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at 27.
Will take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
60 Bobcat. 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one is over a long time ago.
That one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
At the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
18, Pioneer. Check out.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Go! Back to throw here. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Montgomery going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll set up to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Powering his way forward. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Panther 11, Panther 11, go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. Down the right sideline. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. What's good on the extra point? And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. Open man, that's too slow. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Detroit Lions first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came through. And his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physically playing the football there at second down.
Fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 32.
70
And the
Rangers, 70
Seahawks,
Rangers.
first down.
They'll look to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
The
Seattle.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
Second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
19 yards.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. They're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
It's with the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. We'll give now to Abanikanda. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
Third and goal.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Wants to try to end the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
64, Lions 30. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Let's go.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Looking to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.
No gain on the play.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Third and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Here we go. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover.